Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pit. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. 24 hours to football. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Let's get this money. Week 1 over-unders. I appreciate all of your support. First game, we got the Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs. Over, under, 52.5. I'm going under. I know the rationale is normally you say Chiefs, I say over. We understand that. We understand what Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes can do at any minute in this league. But when I'm looking at this game, there are some matchup concerns that could kill the clock and could kill a little bit of the scoring. I'm looking at this Lions offensive line. I'm looking at no Chris Jones this game. I don't think he'll report before and be able to play. I'm looking at the Lions running at 54 to 56% of the time. And we know the problems with the Lions defense. It was an absolute travesty last year. You add Gardner Johnson, you add a little bit of spices here and there. Another year of Aiden Hutchinson should make this more competitive. But the big reason why this is going under is Travis Kelce's injury. I mean, guys don't understand just how few games this dude has missed. And I think people are underestimating how reliant this offense is on Travis Kelce. When you look at this receiving core, I think we might see a little bit more of Chiefs trying to run this football. Andy will have something up his sleeve. So when I'm looking at this game, I think we're going to see more rushes than normal. That kills clock. I'm going under. Really excited for this game. Next game, NFC South. We got the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. Over, under, 39.5. I'm going over. And this is just me voting for chaos. It seems like every time these two teams get together, chaos transpires. And listen, the Panthers injury report was really worrisome today. Thielen, Chark on it. That's not good news. When I look at this Falcons team, the offense is set up perfectly. You got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts, you got 3 damn good running backs and a nasty offensive line. I just wonder about the quarterback. One thing that will transpire in this game is turnovers. Turnovers lead to points. That's why I'm going over. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Baltimore Ravens. Over, under, 43.5. Money, money, money. Money. I absolutely love the under in this game. I'll let you know why. D'Amico Ryans. I know this Ravens offense is good. And I know this Ravens offense has assembled the best supporting cast Lamar has had since he stepped foot into this league. But I think the Texans defense will have a few answers. Do I think they're going to lock the Ravens down? Do I think the Ravens only score 14 or 17 points? Absolutely not. But this will be a competent professional performance from the Texans, and they'll give their offense a chance to win the game. And I'm looking at some of the hype we've seen about the Ravens. We're hearing Monken's going to bring in a spread offense, 4 wide receivers. That scares me a little bit, man. The Ravens got to do what they do best, run the ball. And on the other side of the football, I know there's a lot of talk about Stroud being a bust. I'm excited for him. But with that being said, are there enough weapons for him? Is there going to be enough separation created by this receiving corps? But one thing we know the Texans are going to do, they're going to run it up the middle with Pierce. That will kill clock. I think this game will move fast. When games have 10 minutes left at 3:45, I think this game will end before 4 o'clock. I'm going under. Make it a damn money pick. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Over, under, 47.5. I'm going under. This one was really tough to call. Joe Burrow says he's ready, and I believe him, and I will take his word for it. The big question in this game is, what is Deshaun Watson going to do, and how will this Bengals defense play? That is my biggest question. I think Deshaun Watson will play better than people think, but I don't think there's going to be anything too explosive, and kind of the same rationale with the previous games. When you got Nick Chubb, when you got a top 5 O-line, you're going to hand the ball off and use play action. That slows down the game. Now on the other side, listen, we can talk about Burrow. We can talk about all the dogs he has on the outside. We already know that. But one storyline that I felt like was overlooked this whole offseason was this Cleveland Browns defense and them bringing in Jim Schwartz. I think the Browns have a good day on defense. I'm going under the 47.5. Next game, AFC South. We got the Jacksonville Jags. Lawrence at the Indianapolis Colts. Over, under 45.5. I'm going over. I think there's turnovers in this game, and I'll say it again, turnovers lead to points. And there is a strong case to say that this Jags offense could be top 10 in this league, and that we could see another evolution with Lawrence. Everyone was surprised with Lawrence last year. This podcast wasn't. We said that was going to happen, and we made a lot of money because it happened. And when I look at this game, I think the Colts start very, very slow on offense in the first half. I could see this going into halftime, 14-3 Jags winning, but I think this game explodes in the second half, and that's when Anthony Richardson starts running. And this Jags defense has proved year in and year out, they just aren't a consistent unit, and they are vulnerable to speedy players. They are vulnerable to the big play. Colts do just enough, and I think this Jags offense plays well. I like this Colts defense. But like I said, the first half, this Colts defense will spend a lot of time on the field. I'm going over. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Minnesota Vikings. Over, under 45.5. I'm going under. And when I look at this game, there is a big question mark. And you do wonder, is this Bucs defense going to play ball? We know the talent. They got a good secondary. Vita Vea at defensive tackle. They're good at all 3 levels on defense. But last year, they just didn't perform. Is it Todd Bowles, or is it the players and them not putting forth the effort and grit that's necessary in this league? And when I look at this Vikings defense, I know it's bad, man. And you bring in Brian Flores, but it really is like putting lipstick on a pig at a certain point. But like I said, I don't trust Baker Mayfield. I don't trust this Buccaneers offensive line. That's a big reason why I'm going under. I know the Vikings have a great offense, but I do think this Bucs defense shows a little bit of pride and self-worth. I'm going under the 45.5. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Patreon, $5 a month. Come get this money with me. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the New Orleans Saints. Over, under 41.5. I'm going under. This is smash mouth football. This game isn't going to be for the kids, for the wife. Hide them, because this game's going to be physical, and this game could get ugly at times. And that's kind of what the Titans need to do to make this game close and maybe steal an upset on the road. I'm looking at the Saints defense. As long as they're healthy, I think they'll be a competent unit. And when you look at this Titans offensive line, I worry, man. I worry, because Derrick Henry is a football god. I've said it so many times. But there is only so much you can do when you're running into a brick wall. And I love the D-Hop edition. And the Titans love using play action. I just don't know if this line's going to hold up. And I think they have problems. And I think Carr has some growing pains on the other side. Jeffrey Simmons is one of the best players in this league that no one wants to talk about on the Titans. I think this is a defensive battle. Late 80s football. I'm going under the 41.5. Actually, make it a damn money pick. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Over, under 41.5. Money, money, money! Money! Under. Make it a damn money pick. Bosa signed that contract today. Congratulations to him for getting that money, money, money. I am really excited to see this game. I think this game will be one of the best of the weekend. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I don't think there's going to be great quarterback play, but I think it's going to be a physical duel, and it's going to be a coaching duel, and it's going to come down to the last 5 minutes, and that's what we love. Now, you look at this 49ers defense, we know how good they are, we know how hard they hit, and we know with Bosa, that defensive line just comes at you in waves, and it's tough to deal with. I know there's a lot of talk. Pickett had a great preseason, but I'm still not sold on them, and the Chiefs taught us how you have to address this 49ers defense. You don't address them with the underneath game. You get in a 5-step drop and you try to throw it over their head at least 6 to 7 times a game, or they're going to creep up on you, and then Pickett will get suffocated. I just don't see the plays down the field for the Steelers, and I'm not sure Purdy's going to come out and put up many yards or many points against the Mike Tomlin defense that we know can ball with the best of them. I'm going under the 41.5. I absolutely love this money pick. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Washington No Names. Over, under 38. I'm going over. Listen, there's a big possibility the Cardinals won't put up over 10 points. But then again, I do not trust the Commanders. Their defense every single year looks absolutely phenomenal on paper, yet they let drives slip away. They make dumb mistakes. Sam Howell, Sam Howell's got a great arm, but I do think there's a few turnovers and sacks in the kid. Also, I do think at a certain point this Cardinals defense gets worn down due to too many 3-and-outs from the offense. We know week 1 conditioning is a big issue. I think this Cardinals defense starts flailing as the game goes on. I'm going over the 38. I just beg you guys, please do not bet this. Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Over, under 42. I'm going under. And one thing that people missed an awful lot last year, and we were the first to it, we were the sharks, so to speak, was if Justin Fields is healthy, Bears games tend to go over. But I'm going to go under here because I do question this Packers offense. Now, I know a lot of Green Bay fans are wagging their finger to me about Christian Watson. Listen, man, Christian Watson had like 2 good games last year, but I also think the Bears will be able to contain that. And I do wonder what Jordan Love will do in the red zone, and I think we'll see 2 turnovers out of Jordan Love. On the other side of the field, we know this Packers defense is good. We know they got a damn good secondary. We know they got a bunch of players who can fly around and make plays. I think the Bears are cautious this game. I think this is a defensive type game, and I think this comes down to which quarterback makes the 3 or 4 or 5 big plays that change the landscape of this game. And Justin Fields is that guy. You guys might not like him. He might not have great accuracy, but he has legs of absolute gold. And I think we see a few rushes over 20 yards, and that's the type of stuff that can tilt this game. I'm going under, though. I think this is a defensive battle, a slugfest, so to speak. Next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Over, under 44. I'm going over. I think this is going to be a close game. And when you get really, really close games, they tend to spill over to over later in the game. And I think this is going to be an absolute death match, so to speak. And I know the Raiders want to run the ball a lot, but when you get Jimmy G, now I don't think of Jimmy G as a gunslinger, but we've been hearing the Raiders are going to throw it an awful lot, and we know when you got Devontae Adams, a healthy Hunter Renfrow, that is something you don't want to snub your nose at. But I also don't think this Broncos defense is going to be able to stop the Raiders' run, so I think the Raiders can put out points on the other side of the ball. Listen, I know Russell Wilson is an absolute train wreck. I don't think he's going to be reformed from Sean Payton, but I'll tell you what, you get this rock and you got a damn good opportunity to throw it against this Raiders secondary. Raiders pass rush should be damn good, but I think the secondary doesn't hold up. I'm going over the 44. Payton and McDaniels have good play calling on offense. That's what pushes it. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Los Angeles Chargers. Over, under 51. I'm going over. And the first bet the NFL season I put on Patreon was when the lines opened. This line opened at 48.5. I told everyone on Patreon to go bet that over. Now we see it's up to 51. I'm going over, but I think it's lost a lot of value. And I do want to caution people about this. Like 48.5 makes sense to me, but I do worry about this Vic Fangio effect, and I think it could slow down points in this game. And you do wonder, with Teron Armstead limping into this game, is the Dolphins' offensive line going to be able to hold up against the Chargers' pass rush? I'm still going over, but like I said, it makes me a little bit worried, and this 51 isn't a money pick. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New England Patriots. Over, under 45. I'm going over. I was really tempted to bet this and to make it a money pick, but your boy's going to hold off. And I do want to remind people, I'll tell you the main reason I'm going over. I am worried about how the Patriots deal with the read option. I am worried about how the Patriots deal with a mobile quarterback. And I know everyone says, oh, Bill Belichick, he can stop any quarterback, but the evidence is contrary these last few years, man. And the Patriots, they put up good defensive stats against bad teams and bad quarterbacks, but whenever they faced a good offense, they tend to get shredded. And I know it's not an ideal situation for Philly to lose Shane Steichen, but I still think this Philadelphia offense has so many dogs, team speed. Patriots are one of the slowest in the league. This Pats offense should have a little bit of a renaissance, a little bit of a resurgence. I think they do just enough to push this over. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. Over, under 45.5. I think the Seahawks can get into the 30 point. And if Matt Stafford is able to survive all the hits he's going to take, we know the Rams are going to at least put up 17 on the board. I know there's a lot. I know with Cooper Kupp out, it doesn't make the Rams the most appealing offense in the world, but you do have one of the best play callers in the league in Sean McVay, and Matt Stafford can still slang it. But I do think the Seahawks regress this year, but I think they get into the 30s. There's too many young players on this Rams defense. This is probably going to be the shootout of the weekend. Over. I really like it, by the way, too. Next game, Sunday Night Football. We got the Dallas Cowboys, them boys, at the New York Giants. Over, under 46.5. I'm going over. Whatever you give Brian Daboll on offense, he's able to make it into something, and they're going to consistently move the ball and do the things they need to do to make this game competitive. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm a little bit worried about Mike McCarthy calling plays for the Dallas Cowboys, but I absolutely love some of the things this offense has done. You bring in Brandon Cooks. You give the load to Tony Pollard. I think this Cowboys team gets to 27. Giants, they're going to get into the 20s. This is going over. I like it. Next game, Monday Night Football. We got the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. Over, under 46.5. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going under, making a damn money pick. Absolutely love this game. And everyone wants to talk about, okay, we got Josh Allen we got Aaron Rodgers. This is going to be a Western-style shootout, Big 12-type matchup. No, the game's not going to work that way, my friends. This game is going to be physical. This game is going to be gritty. And this game is about both of these defenses putting their stamp and imprint on it. And I think the Jets have more answers than the Bills. I think this Jets defense comes out and plays fantastically. I do not think this Bills tight end and receiving core outside of Stephon Diggs can get enough separation on this juggernaut of a secondary the Jets have. And on the other side of the ball, Jets are going to need to run it because, let me tell you, listen, I'm not high on the Bills like everyone else, and we won a lot of money fading them near the end of last season. But when you get this Bills defense healthy, even though they did lose Tremaine Edmonds, I still think this Bills defense will come in, put up a fight, make some plays. 20-17 Jets. I'm going under. Make it a damn money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Great to talk to you guys. I'll be in the comment section. Your boy's been a little bit busy.